Good morning, everybody. I hope you all had a great weekend. I know I did. I only worked maybe like 2 days out of the weekend. It was great. Yeah, third shift kind of sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do for a living, right? In this video, I am going to talk about the evolution of the tale of Turin by J.R.R. Tolkien. And again, with the last video on Bane and Luthien, and this one, this is an overview of the textual history, I guess you could say, of it. We're not going to. It's not like a deep dive into all the different changes that were made. That would probably take like a live stream or a bigger video or an article, which I could probably write that up very easily. But again, just in brief, and I'm going to show off some of my books too. But for the full textual history of this story, you have here the history of Middle Earth in 12 volumes. This is the 3-volume version. It has also books in these three. The middle one is history of the Lord of the Rings, so that's not important for this. But the two in front of it and behind it, that's where you should go, especially the first 5 books, and then books 11 and 10. But we do get, of course, the final version here in the Silmarillion, and it's a shorter version of the story, but it was short when he wrote it. And basically this starts when he discovered the Finnish epic, the Kalevala, and wanted to get into Finnish mythology, and, he wanted to write a prose version of the story of Kullervo, one of the characters in the story. And this story is similar to Oedipus in Greek, Sigurd in Norse and Germanic mythology. Similar story. So this is a book that came out years ago by Verilyn Flieger, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I pronounced her name wrong. Maybe someone can correct me. It's a very, very decent book. I highly recommend it. It's unfinished, like other things that he did. And there's a lot that's unfinished. And like as he did with Bane and Luthien, it was written in pencil originally, and I'm getting ahead of myself here. That story of Kullervo would become the tale of Turambar and the Full Loki, which, like Bane and Luthien, was written originally in pencil, and then overwritten in ink with the pencil erased. And then you see it become the Lay of the Children of Hurin. He wanted to put it into a poetic form. He wrote it from 1919 to 1925. Again, abandoned it for the Lay of Luthien. And he started a couple other ones as well that he never finished. He abandoned it, like I said. And the next version of it we get of it is the Sketch of the Mythology. He wrote this as an explanation to a former teacher of his, at King Edward's school where he went to. It was his primary school he went to before he was in college. And to explain, the background of the story and the story itself, he wrote a sketch of the Book of Lost Tales, basically. From this sketch, of course, came the Quinta Nodorinwa and the Quinta Silmarillion. And he did write of course, in that, obviously, like in the sketch, a brief overview of this story and of the whole Silmarillion, as it would now be called. And then, after he finished Lord of the Rings, he went back to the Silmarillion to get that ready for publication, even though it never happened in his lifetime. And so he wrote this longer version of it. And here's a book that Christopher Tolkien published, the full version of the tale, in 2007. Published parts of it in Unfinished Tales back in 1980. And so we see all these, different versions of the story. And it's a very great story. Tragic. His darkest story. And not to give away the ending, but yeah, you'll read it and you'll probably be shocked at it. I mean, I would say it's pretty shocking. That's just my opinion of it. But anyway, that was just a brief overview of it. Sorry. Of course, I forgot to mention the 1977 published version of the Silmarillion, where the story appears as well. Which is... Maybe I did show that already. I don't know. I'm tired. I gotta probably just go to bed. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please check out the rest of the content I have on this channel. And if you like it, please subscribe to the channel. And just I'll say enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you later.